Hey folks, Dustin Troyan here, and I'm here at Supercar Sunday Porsche Day with Steve Geldman. Now let me give you a background on Steve. We met and we instantly were friends. He's a car guy, he's a photojournalist, just all around great human being. Always come from a place of how can I help. He's gonna blush in a second, but I gotta tell you something. What a wonderful human being. Steve, tell us about your fascination, your love for Porsche, and how you got involved in the car clubs, the PCA, the car shows, photojournalism, Driven World, Calabasas style, etc., etc.
Well, that's a lot of information to give at one time, but honestly, I wasn't even a Porsche guy until 2013 or so, when people are all saying you got to drive one. It's like, for me, it's a beautiful car, but it's not like a Ferrari, right? So it's like, oh, what's the big deal? Like, you just go out and drive one. So, matter of fact, I was at Porsche Woodland Hills, true story, driving on Ventura Boulevard, and decided to just I was just driving by. Oh, let's go in there. End up taking, are we good?
Yeah.
End up taking 2 different test drives with a regular base Carrera and a Carrera S. That was it.
What'd you end up with?
Well, funny story is I didn't buy one at that time, but a couple years later I did buy the S, and that was my first Porsche. It was a 2013 Carrera S.
And what'd you have after that?
I have this. So I sold that to buy this, and this is a 2016. They're both models that I just mentioned. They're both 99 1.1 series. This was the last of the 0.1s. They went to 0.2s and 2017s, and they went to full turbo. So what I was looking for was a car that was still all naturally aspirated. This is a GTS, but the only reason I actually sold my previous one to buy this one was to go back to manual.
Nice.
Because I missed a manual so badly. As great as the PDK is, they're automatic, dual clutch, but there's nothing like engaging with the car. So again, this is the GTS model. It's got some nice features to it over the S, and yeah.
So I noticed your jacket here, Santa Barbara Zone 8 Porsche Club, and you got involved with the Porsche Club.
Sure did, and that's how I got back into photography. So buying this, I joined the Santa Barbara region. Such an incredible group of people. Not only the Santa Barbara region, but all the regions throughout North America. Is an awesome club. It's also the largest car club in the world, as far as I know, the Porsche Club. So it's huge. Yeah.
So what's funny is that I met the PCA Santa Barbara people over 20 years ago when I was doing, before I called it Supercar Sunday, Euro Sunday, and like John Alfianto's over here. I got to tell you something. Santa Barbara chapter, PCA, some of the most wonderful, kindest people you ever meet. I urge everyone I know who has a Porsche to join the Santa Barbara chapter.
Or any chapter.
Any chapter, but
for that matter.
For me personally, they support Motor for Toys in a big way, Supercar Sunday. Everybody's happy, everybody's nice. It's just a really great group of people. Porsche clubs, that's the club I've had the most interaction with. Now, real quick, let's talk about your photojournalism. You get the car,
right? You
start taking pictures again. And now you write Calabasas style, Driven World.
Well, it was you that got me going.
Now you're arranging car events at Peterson Museum with Bruce Meyer,
Magnus Walker. That's next Sunday. We're doing that.
And I'll tell you, from the outside looking in and watching you grow in the Porsche world, it's amazing what you've accomplished, because I've watched you from showing up with a guy with a car to, where's Steve Geldman? I want to say hi to Steve.
Okay.
And you're very modest, but it's a true story.
It's hard to believe, but anyway.
And I'll tell you, a lot of people that I interact with, whether it's here, other events, Lavazio, your name comes up. Everyone speaks so highly of you. So I just want to thank you for everything you do. You're a great community member, a great friend, and it's always a pleasure to see you, Steve.
Well, thank you, and I feel the same about you, Dustin. And thanks for helping me getting back started on doing the journalism. It started with Driven World, and I just blossomed into other publications. So
and real quickly, because I mentioned 2 big names, Magnus Walker and Bruce Meyer. What have you arranged coming up?
Well, what's coming up a week from today is something spectacular, actually, and we can't wait for it to happen. This is specifically for the Santa Barbara region of PCA, and we start off at the Peterson. And we have a personal tour with Magnus. He's currently got an exposition in the vault. He's got 10 of his favorite cars there, so he's going to give us a personal tour. of that, and then we drive over. Well, after we spend some time in the vault and the museum, we're going to drive over to Beverly Hills. Bruce Meyer, who is the executive director and co-founder, I believe, of the Peterson, he's going to show us at his facility in Beverly Hills his own personal collection of his vehicles. So that's going to wrap up the day. It's going to be spectacular having those two individuals spend time with us specifically, and yeah, we're looking forward to it.
I'll tell you what, that is an A-list day.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you pulled that off, but that is spectacular. It truly
Kind of
is.
because of you, I've met so many people and going to events. Bruce Meyer, as anyone that knows Bruce, he's just a stand-up, awesome individual.
Bruce is a
we all
sweetheart.
love him.
Yeah, Bruce is a sweetheart.
He's a
Absolutely.
great guy, and I was talking to him one day and asked him, what do you think about doing this? And he said, absolutely, let's make it even better. Let's get Magnus to meet you guys over in the vault, blah, blah, blah. So he helped put this all together for me.
I can't wait to hear about it, see the pictures. Again, well done. Thank you for everything you do. And we'll see you later.
All right.
Thanks, Steve. Cheers.